Today, I recognize that I couldn't see it all then, but all that time that I was reaching out and sponsoring all those people who had attributes I didn't have, I couldn't see that they were reaching down and helping me. Today I can see that with clarity. And so today I have 3 thoughts in mind. Number 1, I continue to love the idea that we can recruit our way out of our weakness, whatever it is. And just think about it. The most obvious example, when I started working in Israel, what were my disadvantages? I'm not Jewish and I don't speak Hebrew. Those are big disadvantages, right? But as soon as I recruited someone who was Jewish who spoke Hebrew, I overcame my weakness by recruiting my way out of it. And so you can kind of identify, what do you want in your business? What do you want it to look like? You know, every once in a while I meet somebody and say, oh, Randy, I'm just too old. Well, I don't know if you are or not, but who knows younger? I'm too young. I'm not sure if you are or not. You know somebody's older. You know, whatever the perceived weakness is goes away as soon as you sponsor something that doesn't share that weakness. It's one of the reasons I love network marketing. It's one of the reasons I just absolutely love it. So, what I want you to do, every time you watch that video, every week, I want you to go back and revisit the candidate list. When you revisit the candidate list, I want you to contemplate, who are those people that I can reach out to? Who are those people that my business needs? How many of you people have got folks on your candidate list that your business needs? If you haven't thought of it on purpose, you don't have them there. Identify some attributes you want your business to have, and then put those people on your candidate list. Then reach out laterally to your peer group. You know, who was my natural peer group? My natural peer group was stockbrokers. And I sponsored a ton of them, because I knew exactly where they were living. I knew what it was like to be a stockbroker. I knew all about it. And so I sponsored my natural peer group. And today, you know, only later in my career did I begin reaching down to help those people have their first success. I didn't do that for years and years and years. Today I do. That's one of the great ways that I get paid today. Okay, so now the assignment is what? The assignment at step number 6 is to revisit the candidate list after every single review of that commentary. That little thing that I just taught you, what time are we supposed to end this? Is our time up already? What time? 10? Okay. Okay. Is it or is it not true that the vast majority of people that you enroll feel like they've run out of somebody to call pretty soon? Yeah. You overcome that by this assignment. This assignment that I'm giving you right now. You overcome that. You really change it just with this little assignment right now. Also, I have a slightly different opinion on who. Have you conducted a home business presentation yet, Randy? Okay. I have a slightly different perception of who they should be. What I really want more than anything else is I want your first experience to be a positive one. When a person has a negative experience in their first home business presentation, that's more likely to knock them off that bridge of belief than almost anything else. You know, they invited 10, they thought 10 were coming, none come. They quit. Really, that's what happens. It's horrible, it's embarrassing, whatever. They quit. I really want your first experience to be a great one. Since I want your first experience to be a great one, you're taught at step number 6 who I want you to talk to first. You know, we all have, in our lives, I promise you, you have and you have, we all have 8 or 10, 12 people who we could call them up and say, I know it's going to be painful, but I want you to jump off a rock, off a cliff with me onto a pile of sharp rocks, about 12 feet. It's going to hurt, but there are 8 or 10 people in your life who will do it because they love you. Those are the people that I want in that first presentation. I don't want people there who are likely to be critical. I don't want people there who are likely to give you a fuss. I want people who are there because they love you. I don't care if they join our business. If one of them happens to, that's a beautiful thing. But the purpose of that first home business presentation is for you to learn. And if somebody there happens to want to do the business, that's a great thing. Now, it's just that simple thing of setting the expectation. The purpose is for you to learn. No matter what happens, we'll have a success. You invited 10 people and none showed up. We can learn from that. Right? We can learn. It wasn't a failure. The purpose was to learn. We invited 10 people, and 2 showed up on time, and none of the rest of them showed up. We waited, and it was frustrating. We can learn. We can learn from almost any experience. If the expectation is to sponsor a bunch of people, we're pretty likely to knock them off the bridge of belief. I mean, every once in a while, somebody joins the business, has their first home presentation, sponsors 4 or 5, and they're all fired up. For how many of you was that the experience? How many of you had that experience? How many of you had some other experience? Yeah. And you guys survived. But there are lots who didn't. There are lots who had that first experience that wasn't a positive one. And again, identified what I've done. I've spent a decade and a half identifying why it is that so many people who join our business quit so quickly. And these things that I'm teaching you, you can get in front of. You can just get in front of the things that cause them to quit, and we can give them a chance to have a different experience. I absolutely believe that. So at step number 6, your role will be to listen to the commentary, to push pause, and to help them write down the list of immediate names. You'll revisit step number 5 by giving the assignment to go back to the candidate list after the review of each one of those video pieces. Can you do that, and are you willing?
Yes.
And do you promise?
Writing it down.
Okay, now, step number 7, folks. Nathan Ricks, IO, I have to be careful, this might get recorded because somebody will send it to Nathan, but I owe Nathan millions and millions of dollars because of what he taught me in step number 7. I mean, Nathan taught me, what became the cornerstone of my career. And it's this invitation. Because here's the real deal. Here we have Randy over there. Randy's my typical brand new distributor. And here we have Randy's prospect. It's going to go like this. Randy's going to call his prospect and say, I'm doing this Monavie thing. They're going to say, it's not one of those network marketing deals, is it? He's going to say, well, yeah. And they're going to say, how much money are you making? Right? They're going to say, how much money are you making? He's going to say, well, I'm not making any money. And so here we have the real challenge. This is the real deal, folks. What network marketing primarily is a bunch of people who are not making money proposing to teach other people how to make money. Right? And that is what makes it difficult. The vast majority of recruiting calls are made by somebody who's not making any money. And so Randy calls his prospect. He says, that sounds I don't know, that network marketing thing. You making any money? No. Well, how much do you know about it? Not much. I've been involved for 2 weeks. And can you teach me how to do it? I don't know how to do it myself. That's the real deal. And that's why there are so few new breakthrough experiences in our business. And so here is the great message of hope. The very instant that you learn how to invite, the second you learn how to invite, that's when your prospect will see Monavie. Until you learn how to invite, they're going to see this mess. And if this is the mess they see, they are not going to join us. That's the truth. And so the stakes here are really, really high. Nathan taught me all those years ago,